So everyone on the internet is talking about tracking 1 crore or 80 plus LPA packages, but almost no one tells you the truth. Who actually pays this kind of money, especially to freshers? Exactly how to get their attention and all these things are not talked about. Today, I'm giving you the exact blueprint, no fluff, no generic advice. If you want to be in the top 0.01% of earners right out of college, this video is a roadmap. Let's get into it. Who actually pays this? So first we need a reality check. Standard service-based companies and even more standard product-based companies do not pay 80 plus LPA to freshers especially. To hit this number right out of college, you have to target a very specific subset of companies. You aren't competing with your classmates anymore. You're competing globally. There are exactly three distinct tracks that offer this level of compensation, and each one requires a completely different path. Okay, and kind of completely different preparation strategy. So let's break them down. Okay, so moving on to the next slide. Track one is the high frequency trading firms or HFTs and quant funds. We are talking about companies like Tar Research, Graviton, Citadel, and Quant. This is highly competitive route. Standard lead code practice is not going to cut it here. You need elite competitive programming skills. You should be aiming for candidate master on Codeforces or 6 star on Code Chef. Why? Because these companies care about milliseconds. You need extreme low level mastery, C++, memory management, multi-threading, and OS internals. If you love hardcore math, probability, and absolute peak algorithm performance, this is your track. Okay. Next comes the track two. Track two comes is the global remote startups. This is my personal favorite because it's a proof of work route. These are several well-funded US and European AI, Web3, or SaaS startups. Okay, and here is the best part: they do not care about your college brand, your GPA, or your degree. They only care about if you can push production-ready code on day one. Okay, are you getting it? To win here, you need to master modern stacks: Golang, Rust, Python, AI orchestration. You validate your skills by cracking GSOC. GSOC is the Google Server of Code, and contributing to major open source repos and building complex deployed projects. If you have a solid GitHub and can build real things, you can earn 100K dollar plus sitting right here in India. Okay. Next on the tier three track. Next on the track three. Okay, so in this track contains tier one big tech route. I'm talking about companies like Atlassian, Databricks, Rubrik, and Uber. This is a fundamental route to get in. You need, I guess, absolutely mastery of data structures and algorithm combined with solid system design. You also need a deep understanding of core CS concepts, example OS, DBMS, computer networks, etc. The most reliable path to an 80% LPA package here, securing a PPO. PPO is pre-placement offer through a third year summer internship. Get your foot in the right door early. Next part that I will be talking about is CDC illusion. There's a lot to talk about, but I would be summarizing in short because I don't want to waste your time. So, highlighting this pie chart section, now let's talk about the elephant in the room: CDC illusion. Be very careful of the headline inflation. An 80 LPA offer in India usually doesn't mean 80 lakhs in a bank account every year. As you can see in this breakdown, a standard MNC offer is usually around 25 lakhs in pure base cash. 60% of that 80 LPA is actually stock options or RSUs vested above 4 years, plus a one-time joining bonus. On the flip side, a 100K dollar remote offer from startup on track two. Remember track two? So from that, if you're getting a 100K dollar remote offer, that translates to about 83 lakhs in pure liquid cash wired to your bank account every year. Understand the difference between before you pick your path, okay? So moving on to the next slide, this is the one very important. Okay, so how do you actually execute this? Here is your 4-year action plan. Year 1 and 2 focus entirely on fundamentals, solve 600 plus algorithm problems, master Linux, Docker, Git, and networking. Year 2 and 3 proof of work. Build one heavy, complex engineering project, set up CI/CD, that is the pipeline, deploy it, and write an engineering blog about it. Year 3, that is the summer. The sole focus should be landing a high signal internship at a top product firm or the US startup who secured that return offer. Year 4. Year 4 is strategic hunting. Bypass the HR portal entirely, which brings me to my final and most important point, bypassing the HR portal. Do not apply to generic career pages. The ATS will just filter you out. The applicant trap. ATS is the applicant tracking system. Instead of what you can do is you can use platforms like Wellfound or Y Combinators work at a startup to find well-funded remote companies. Build in public, be your Twitter or X, document your learnings, and send a cold 3 minute Loom video demos of your like projects directly to startup CDOs or founders. I know this is like very so cheap, or even not cheap, but you can say like it's not workable method. But yeah, it's there's no issue in doing this thing. There's no loss in doing this thing. Okay, if you're aiming for a big tech or HFTs, aggressively network on LinkedIn. So to get a direct employer referrals, and employer referrals is very important because through that you will get shortlisted. So please be active on LinkedIn. Make them an offer they can't refuse by saying by what? How do they will be giving you referral? They will be giving you referral by showing you by you have to show your proof of work. Okay, so they will give you that offer. Offer in the sense that referral. Referral thing is also very important. Not everyone gives it. Cracking the top 0.01% is not about luck. It's about picking the right track and executing flawlessly. Which of the three tracks are you going to focus on? Let me know in the comments below. If you want a deep dive into any of the specific tracks, drop a comment. I will make a dedicated video to it. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe for more hardcore engineering insights. I'll see you in the next one. Keep building.